Alright, man, we're ready to roll. Didn't you used to have somebody else you did videos with? Like a friend you used to do reviews with?
Yeah. A long time ago.
Okay, well, where's he at? What happened with that?
I judged him.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah.
We're going to review Judge Dredd, the 1995 Sylvester Stallone, some would say reviled, some would say classic movie.
No, Sylvester Stallone, Armando Asante, which I didn't really like him in this movie.
The bad guy, Rico.
Yeah, I didn't. He had his moments, but it was just kind of like he almost seemed like he should have been Richard from The Sopranos. But Rob Schneider was in it, which you can give a take on Rob Schneider. I thought some of his jokes were okay. He didn't bother me. He did when I was a kid. He bothered me a lot because I was just like I want him to focus on Sylvester Stallone.
And Diane Lane.
Yeah, Diane Lane, she's hot.
Like, what's the basic story plot? Well, I mean, you got James Earl Jones telling you things at the very beginning of the movie. There's been some kind of nuclear disaster, some kind of war that's happened, and everything's been reduced. They call it the scorched earth. Everything outside of a certain zone is scorched earth. You can't live there.
That's what I call my bathroom when I'm done with it.
That is true. It stinks. Everybody gravitates towards these megacities, and I'm talking about like a city might hold only 25 million, and they've got like 65 million. What's the greatest idea when you have that many people that you're trying to bring law to? Let's create cops that have more power than they should have. Let's create judges. So these cops of the future can be judge, jury, and executioner. That means that whatever crime you commit, they give you the trial right there on the spot, and then they sentence you. That's it. And Sylvester Stallone is the best of the best. He's like the very best judge you can be.
We got the Blu-ray that just came out, by the way, and it looks awesome. The Blu-ray looks amazing. If you like the movie, definitely get it on Blu-ray. But watching it, there's too much jokiness, too much campiness, too much just like cheese overall. And I understand that they were trying to do that. It was 1995, but the action is the problem. There's not many action scenes, and it seems like every time there's a major point with Stallone versus somebody, or Judge Dredd gets in a situation, someone always bails him out of it. He never really fights his way out of any situation. And when you're looking at a movie that's based on pure action and nothing but, they spent way too much time on the semantics of the whole thing. It was really cheesy, which is fun for an action movie, but there just wasn't enough just straight up good action.
I gotta disagree on that because I liked it a lot. I think it was meant to be cheesy, and I think it was meant to be just a good time. Like it shocked me that this movie was rated R because I didn't even hear the word fuck at all in the movie.
I think she said flick sticks or something.
Flick sticks or some fudgy.
Yeah, it doesn't really deserve an R rating at all.
But I know, but this is the MPAA.
Well, there's a lot of deaths, but there's not a lot of gore.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think that Sylvester Stallone didn't take this role seriously. I really don't think he took it seriously. But overall, I just had fun watching it. It was maybe it's for me, it's just nostalgic. I used to rent this movie over and over when I was a kid and just watch it because I just had a good time with it. What detracted from it for me was I think that the one-liners were really bad. Like I didn't think they were good at all. It just seemed like a lot of the people in the movie were overemphasizing every single line. Yeah. Like every line they would be like, "You will not question the law." Like even if they were sitting and having a quiet conversation with tea, they'd be like, "I want crumpets." And then another thing was like Sylvester Stallone walks around the entire movie with like a stick up his ass. He's like, "Yes," he's like, "You broke the law." Like I don't know. It's just like, come on, man. You don't have to walk like that.
See, Sylvester Stallone's the only thing I really liked very much about it. Like I thought he did a good job. Like his lines and stuff were cheesy, and the movie around was cheesy, but I didn't think he was really that bad.
Saying, but most of the time he walked he had a stick up his ass. Even when he had no costume on, he had nothing to go on. He'd walk with his chest out and
look at all that shit he had to carry.
No, I'm talking about when he was in his tank top in his freaking Rocky training gear. That he would be like, "Yes."
Yeah, he had that like low.
It's like, look at my chest, it's pectorals.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's another thing about the movie. A lot of the costumes were really bad. A couple of them were okay. There was some good stuff going on, but some of the costumes were really bad. They looked like some of the judges looked like they were wearing like silk turtlenecks. Yeah. And you could tell the guys' helmets were like cheap plastic that looked like you picked up at a discount at Big Lots. Yeah, like, they really did. Oh, we need to make a movie about judges and Judge Dredd. Okay, Big Lots. Yeah, it's like don't pan your head around to the back because we don't want to see the string holding together.
One thing I guess I also wanted them to do more in the movie too that they didn't do was I wanted them to focus more on like what happened during the war, like why is everything the way it is now. I mean, it was like they show the scorched earth when the judge retires and he does the long walk, which is basically you go out into the scorched earth and you bring law to the lawless. It just looked like Arizona. It looked like the desert. It's like, is there like a freaking casino down the road?
It was a kind of a fun movie. It's a nice throwback. Like you said, it's nostalgic for me, so I'll give it that.
But the music totally did not fit the scenes. Like, but then again, maybe it did because they were going for that cheese effect.
I don't know. It just didn't fit. It was straight up Batman Forever. The entire movie had the same kind of cheesiness to it that Batman Forever had. Music, all of it.
Well, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I know people hate on this movie a lot and they don't like it at all. Well, that's fine. I understand people not liking it. But for me, I went to the video store like when I was a kid and I watched this all the time and I loved it. And even now, I kind of still get that old nostalgic feeling. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I just think that it was meant to be campy. I think it was fun.
I'm gonna give this movie a 6.0. I thought it was just, I said everything I had to say about it. I'm gonna give it a 6.0.
Okay.
And the only reason I really give it a 6.0, if it wasn't Judge Dredd and Stallone and all the nostalgia that goes with it, if this movie came out today, I'd probably give it a lot lower score.
If this movie came out today, I'd be like, what kind of fucking budget did you use? Did you go to a high school?
Yeah, it probably would have looked a lot like Total Recall had they made it today. Kind of had that same
Yeah, but
feel.
we got a lot of hate for Total Recall too.
Yeah.
What's your favorite futuristic cop movie?
I don't think there is.
Yeah,
anymore, is
RoboCop.
Okay, yeah, I like that one.
Time Cop.
Yeah. What's your favorite futuristic cop movie?
Yeah.
I'm Mike, he's Jay, and guys, our Judge Dredd review will be on the We Live Film site. If you haven't checked it out, you should go check it out anyway. We will put, as soon as we get it up, we'll put a link right there for it. Check it out on the We Live Film site for the new Judge Dredd coming out tonight.
Or just go to www.youtube.com/WeLiveFilm and fucking.
Yeah, you can do that too.
That's a lot of
You
work.
can fuck it.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.
The question of the day is, what's the fucking question? Fuck beans, McGriddles.